So I want to share how we are using AWS Educate this week for my classes at Hocking and next week for my classes at Washington State Community College. So I want to be focusing on the example for Hocking College that we have right now. And we are trying to create a project that's going to be like a streaming page, video streaming page, or on demand. Think of like Twitch or Netflix, things of that nature. So what we did, we just grabbed something from Bootstrap, a template, whatever. I didn't have them create everything from scratch because, time. So what we're doing right now, what they've done at this point, they've already uploaded everything into GitHub, and this is mine that I'm using as an example. And what they can do is we're going to go ahead. It's a good way to introduce GitHub Desktop as well. Click on GitHub Desktop. We're going to open GitHub Desktop. And there it is. Okay. So GitHub Desktop, it's been a while since I worked with it, and but teaching it again, it being that point in the classroom, I'm remembering what I've forgotten. So this origin was last fetched 21 hours ago. I'm going to go ahead and close this window out. This one right there. Nothing's really changed since 21 hours ago. So I'm going to go ahead and open it in VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay. So I have all the files that were with that from the templates that I used. And so we're in VS Code. Let's see, let's just find a line to change. So here's some more Ipsen right there. So let's just go ahead. Let's start with the basics first. Wait a minute, that's a heading. So basics first. Okay. So if you're familiar with this, you'll see that it'll go through a staged. Where is it? So it saved it. Oh, okay. Click on this little Git symbol. We're going to stage it. Then we're going to commit it. Add a message. Update it to include basics first for heading. Okay. So that happens, and it's pushing it up into GitHub. Okay. So then let's see. Okay, we do a push origin. So we're pushing, okay, we're going into GitHub Desktop. Now we're pushing it to github.com. So we're pushing it. So obviously, looks like there was something wrong. Don't know what. Okay. Huh. Anyways, hopefully it works now. So obviously, as they're making edits to the file, customizing it for their own project, their lines of code changes are going to be more than what my one line is. Still waiting for this to do what I want it to do. Probably should be pausing this video, but let's go ahead and pause. And as soon as I pause it, it's done. Okay. So it's all should be in sync now between the local and github.com. Okay. So where Amazon, AWS Educate comes into play. What we can do is, once you've already got into AWS Educate, you would go to the AWS console. As you can tell, my computer's being like super slow. Console. Pause this again. Okay, so we're back. And what service we're going to be using is Amplify. I got a meeting here shortly, so I'm trying to finish this up. Okay. Amplify has two parts. There's develop and deploy. This one, we're doing deploy, get started, and we're going to link it up to GitHub, hit continue. So you might have to do something to authorize GitHub to access it. I think there is a step like you have to sign in to GitHub or something. Select repository, find the repository name. It's going to be master. That's what I have. Next. Save and deploy, leaving all the stuff as default. Save and deploy. Okay. So, again, I'm going to make this kind of quick because I have a meeting coming up. But this is what it's going to do. It's going to provision, build, deploy, and verify. Usually it takes only 2 or 3 minutes, but the way my computer network's been acting, it could be potentially longer. So we're going to see how long this is going to take. And it does this automatically. So provisioning is done. It's building. It's going to deploy and verify. Okay, so it's verified. We're done. And we can click on this little link right here. And this will actually, it generates this funky looking URL, but it is a valid URL. And then you can see where I put basics first. And what's really neat about this, and I'm going to kind of bypass GitHub desktop just because my computer is like taking forever. Do I still have GitHub open? There it is. So just bypassing the desktop to do this is what I'm doing. So I'm trying to find something else to change. What about Oh, I probably need to refresh this page. Let's refresh that for that basics first thing. Basics first. Okay, and in here, we're going to change the content in here. It's not wrapped. I don't know why it doesn't. Oh, I need to edit it first. Sorry. Edit it. Wrap. Now try this. Basics first. Let's learn about the basics of AWS. Okay, so do that. Commit my changes. Want to leave it like that. I know that's not proper, but it works. And I'm in a time crunch. So that's been updated. So all I got to do, I don't have to do anything. This is doing it on its own. It's provisioning. It grabs my GitHub file. It sees that I updated it, and it's doing its thing. But what's going to happen is, because I do have to get going now, what's going to happen, it's going to access this all. It's going to go through the steps like you saw before. Provision, build, deploy, verify. And then when that's done, you just have to refresh this page. And it's really nice, and it's really a great experience for the students to just see how things can be done more seamlessly without having to upload and multiple steps. So this is something that can be accessed through AWS Educate. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I got a meeting to go to. But if you have any questions on how to get started on this or AWS Educate, please let me know and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.